Guys, I keep adding stuff to my list, and let's start talking cross stitch. Hello, my name is Joy. If you haven't been here before, welcome. If you're somebody who's been watching, welcome back. Love you guys. Okay, let's get into it. I'm just like, I just realized like all the regular stitching that I've piled on me that I don't know if I'm going to be able to do stitch 60 this week. Well, let's go through it and I'll show you what I'm working on. And then I guess we can kind of decide from there. So, let's start with whip go. Where are my whip go pieces? I don't know. We have the possibilities and maybe I started this too soon. Let me do some research. I'll be right back. Okay, found them. Here we go. So, whip go, September. We have the possibilities by Walking Melons. This is charted by Heaven and Earth Designs, and it is the supersized max colors, so it's gonna be huge. Here is where I'm starting. So I think I'll probably just take the black, keep going. Yeah, I may try to carry it over as far as possible, so that I don't get the line in. So we'll try that. But yeah, I'm not like super into Pokemon. Well, I'm not like into Pokemon at all, but I saw the colors on this and I was like, I have to do it. I have to do it. Then the other one is, and I just love how this fell, is what I'm calling my Joy Sampler. This is Down in the Valley by Annie Beez Folk Art. I started this on my birthday in 2024, September 10th, 2024. So yes, this week is, well, I guess by the time you see this, was my birthday. So I'm not doing a birthday start, but I am I'm gonna keep working on birthday cake, and I'm gonna work on this one on my birthday. So I'm doing this on a I think this is a 32 count Orchid by Swag Art, but here's where I'm at. So I'm gonna take the words up because this is the last part of the words. So I'm gonna take it up, keep going up, and then once the words are finished, then I'll work on the rest of the little motifs. Okay, so birthday cake. This is by Carolyn Manning. I'm doing this on a 32 count Agua Fresca by Grace Notes. And here's where I'm at. So, oops, this way. So I'm gonna finish this little diamond down here. Yeah, and I'm moving down. So I'll keep moving down. Yeah, and so trying to remember where the mistake was. Well, anyway, whatever. It's all good. So I'll know the mistake when I get to it. It always happens, so I'm not worried about it. Then we have the Wellerman Sal. This is by Wombat Stitching. Here's what it's gonna look like. And here's where I'm starting. So, not exactly sure which direction I'll go with it, but I'll figure it out. This is a 40 count Gothic Newcastle linen by Pictures Plus. So, I don't know that I will ever stitch that high of a count on such dark fabric ever again. It's gorgeous and I can do it during the day, but at night, even with my little light, I can't do it. So, and I'm nearsighted, so I don't have an issue with it being blurry. It's just never bright enough for me. So, I'm also going to work as I can on St. Peter's in spring. If you guys saw my last video, you saw that I opened an Etsy shop, and this was a this is a pattern that I have on there, and it's a picture that I took when I was in Germany. So here's what it's gonna look like. I'm starting in upper left hand corner. I'm doing this on 28 count easy count Lagana, and here's where I'm at. I'm using this very, very pale blue. So I'm gonna keep going with that. I'm doing this one extreme cross country. So I'm gonna stitch this color until either I get bored or I run out of stitches. And then if all that wasn't enough, I am doing the Gridiron grind, full coverage fanatics. The rules of it, let me pull this up while I'm talking, and of course, okay. So you pick a full coverage piece or two to work on during the regular, well, they actually started in preseason, but American football, both college and professional football. So you just pick your team and then you stitch however many points they score, or you know, whatever you decide. So what I'm doing is I'm starting the regular season, which would have been this past Sunday. And I am going to do, I can't remember if I mentioned my team is the Denver Broncos. So I'm going to do 10 stitches per point for the Broncos, 20 stitches per point from the opponent. Let me show you my projects first. So this is the project that I'm gonna work on for the Broncos. This is Valley Girl. This is one I have in my Etsy shop, and I absolutely love her. She is so stinking adorable. So I'm gonna use her because I've been wanting to start her. I'm gonna do an upper left hand corner start, and I believe the this is the most ghetto car I've ever seen. Like, you could tell they meant it for it to look that way. Oh my goodness, that's funny. So I'm gonna do an upper left hand corner start for her, and I believe the color is a blanc, I think. It's white. There's several whites in that corner, so that's gonna be fun. But yeah, I want to get her started. I think she's adorable and I love her. I've been wanting to start her. The one I'm going to use for the opposing team, whatever the opposing team is Gobbler Farm by Dona Gelsinger, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. And this one is the Max Colors version. So it's a fall piece, perfect for stitching during football. That one I'm going to start upper left hand corner, I believe. So I always start with the very first stitch in the upper left hand corner and then work my way through. I believe that's a brown. So maybe 30s, whatever the 37 was, is $37.99. Hi lady, you want to say hi? Come here. Lady. Oh, don't look so scared. She always looks so scared when I pick her up. There. There's lady. There's lady. Oh, such a baby. Oh, I forgot to do my constitution. I need to put that on my... Are you my good girl? Are you my good girl? All right. I forgot to do my signing of the Constitution piece on the 4th. That's the 3rd month in a row I've forgotten that. Maybe I should just give that one up, like for doing it on the 4th. Okay, so anyway. Okay, so I'm gonna work on Valley Girl. 10 stitches for every point from the Broncos. Gobbler Farms, 20 stitches per point from the opponent. The playoffs, should the Broncos make the playoffs, I'm gonna do 20 points, or 20 stitches per point for the Broncos, 30 for the opponent. And then the Super Bowl, we haven't been to the Super Bowl since 2015 and Peyton Manning. I don't know, Bo Nix seems to be pretty good, so maybe we had, I can't remember if we were the top defense last season or one of. We were pretty high. If we weren't the, we were probably second. I don't know. I could be making claims. I'm not doing fantasy football this year, so I'm not going to pay too much attention to the league as a whole. But anyway, so should the Broncos make the Super Bowl, I will do 50 stitches per point from the Broncos, 60 per point for the opponent. And should they win, I'll do 500 stitches for the Broncos and 600 for the opponent, or the favorite team. So 500 for my favorite team or 600 for the opponent. That's not per point, that's total. I'm not crazy. So, oh, I put that Gobbler Farm with supersized max colors. I don't think it's supersized max colors. I think it's just max colors. I could be wrong. So anyway, that's starting this week. It's gonna keep me busy. As if that weren't enough, I'm also throwing crochet in there. My hand is doing better. I only have like tiny bit of pain, so I'm gonna try crocheting. I need to work on my nephew's blanket, which is, I'm doing granny squares because I was trying to do a big thick blanket. It was like over 200 stitches across, and I was getting the worst migraines every time I worked on it. But granny squares are fine. So I need to block these and start putting them together because I have, I don't know, I think 11. And I think my size for this is going to be 10 by 11. So, yeah, so I need to get started on this, or get going on it, because I had to restart it. I started it 2 years ago because he asked for it, and he asks me every single time he sees me. And I told him this summer that I was going to have to restart it. And so, yeah, maybe I'll have it done in time for his wedding. Who knows? But anyway, do you remember the movie, I think it's called The Proposal, where Sandra Bullock and, is it Ryan Reynolds, go to his family's house? They have a fake engagement, and they have this blanket called the baby maker. That's what I think of when I say that I'm gonna have something done in time for nieces and nephews' weddings. By the way, my nephew is turning 10 this year, so I mean, he's not anywhere close to getting married, but yeah, so if it's his wedding, I'll nickname that the baby maker. And then I'm also working on the Jack and Jill sock by Snowdrop Creations, or Snowdrop Crochet, something like that. Let me see if I can find a picture of it. So these are the first socks I've ever made, and so I'm just trying it. Okay, here we go. Let's spin the wheel. Oh, yes. Yes, 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 yes. All right, my February cottage of the month. And then, I guess I'm at 23%. This is new. The battery going down. But still, it's at 23%, like. And pass the pie! Oh, yay! Okay, those are some good ones. So, let me grab those. I will be right back. Okay, I've passed the pie. This is by Sweet Wings Studio. Praise the Lord and pass the pie. I love it. Here is where I'm starting that. Well, if I can get it out. This is on a 32 count mystery something or other. It could be Belfast linen. Picked it up from my LNS, but I'm working on the border there. I'm so excited about this. I'm definitely working on these this week. Okay. So my dog is on seizure medication because she's been having seizures, and we keep upping her dosage because seizures are breaking through, and so it's causing her to have some unsteadiness and some like twitching and stuff. So she was just walking and fell. It's sad. It's really sad, but I mean, we gotta do what we gotta do. So, all right, and then February Cottage from Cottage of the Month. I love these so much, so much. I'm doing this on a 32 count blush linen by Weeks-Dye-Works. And here's where I'm at. So, of course, I'll work on the border. These ones, I like working from the top down. So, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. There's just this feeling of completion when you get down to the bottom border. So, okay. I was kind of on the fence about working on these. But, yeah, I'm, doing Stitch 60 this week because I have so much to do. But I'm definitely doing these. So, all right, I will be back when I have some progress. Good morning, everyone. It is Saturday, September 13th, and let's chat about what I did this week. I told you guys it was my birthday. I didn't get a ton of stitching done, but I did try. My iPad tried dying on me this week. I don't know what was going on with it, but it just would not turn on. So I don't know. It has issues. It's old. We'll just put it that way. It's a 2018, so it's like it's still got the little button that actually presses in. So it's time for an upgrade. So I need to start setting money aside for that. But so I'll just grab from the top and kind of show you what I've been working on. So one of the things that I worked on for my Stitch 60 was February Cottage. This is where it was last time, or at the beginning of the week. And here is what I managed to do. So I think I finished up the border. And then I know I did all the leaves. So I think the border was maybe to about here, maybe here. I don't know. You just saw the picture. I was hoping to finish the leaves and start working on the little heart flowers in them. But I did not make it, but I love this. I loved working on this one. So love these whenever they pop up. Not in a rush to finish any of them. You guys know that I have April and March finished. March is fully finished. April, I have the frame. I just haven't put it in the frame yet. So, then I decided to start on the Korok. So you guys know that I finished this one several weeks ago. Oops. And I'm doing these as pieces for my husband and his friend. So I did this one, and then I decided, so we're going to his friend's house for dinner next weekend. And so I was like, you know what, I want to have these ready to go to give to them. So I started working on the second one, and here's him. So they are different colors. This one is using the called for colors. This one I recolored. So, but you know, they're going to be the same shape and everything. So I need to figure out how to finish these this weekend. Excuse me, it's just 2 sit downs worth of stitching. So I did the black outline, and then I started filling in yesterday. I did make a mistake somewhere in here where it's off by half a stitch, but I think I fudged it okay, and you wouldn't be able to tell unless you were like really, really looking at it. So I am happy with that. So okay, let's get into Whip Go. I did not work on my Joy sampler, which I wanted to work on that on my birthday, but I'll show you what I did work on my birthday. My Joy sampler, the Wellerman, birthday cake, and my other Stitch 60, which I'm going to save for next week. So Whip Go, I did work a little bit on the possibilities. Here's where I was at the beginning of the week, and here's where I got to. So I filled in, I think I finished this row here, but then I was like, I want to take it all the way over. So this is as far over as the black goes. This panel here, once finished with this little green guy, black pretty much goes away. So, because I put it into markup and I did the preview on it, which it'll show you the whole chart with, you know, whatever symbol highlighted. And yeah, I realized this guy has like solid black on the background, but that's pretty much it for black. There's little pieces of black here and there, but yeah, but this guy has a ton of black. This is a supersize max colored, so it's going to be huge. This piece is going to be probably almost as tall as I am. I'm 5'4". So yeah, this piece is retired, and I bought it like just before it retired. I was so glad that I pulled the trigger and bought it because I did not see the retirement announcement for it. But there's this whole Facebook group for this. There may be more than one. But yeah, people have showed like, you know, their finished pieces, their progress. You have everything from supersize max colors to the minis. So it's just, there's one gal, I think her name is Amy, who finished it, I think last year, and it just looks so incredible, so amazing. So, anyway, so there's possibilities. Okay, for my birthday, I decided to work on my birthday 2024 start. I said that weird. My birthday start from 2024. There we go. It's, I don't think it's called Curiouser and Curiouser, but that's what I'm calling it. It is by, I don't know, I'll link it below. But she changed the pattern to be a little bit more general Alice in Wonderland than Disney. Thankfully, I bought it when it was still the Disney one. So here is where I was at the beginning of the week. Oh, I think I took a picture. If I didn't take a picture, I'm sorry. I tried to, but here's where I got to. So I finished up this little part of the flower here and then came up here and brought it around here. I did this while watching the Disney Alice in Wonderland, the old animated one. And yeah, just enjoyed it being my birthday. So I wanted to work on my joy sampler and birthday cake, but I was just like, well, I was busy, first of all. So in the morning, I had the morning to myself, and then I met my best friend for lunch. Went to this chicken salad place. It was really good. And then hubby took me to dinner. Maybe I stitched in the afternoon. I don't even remember. No, it was in the morning because the movie finished like right as soon as I needed to leave. So yeah, so that was fun. All right, so I have such a morning voice. I'm so sorry. Gridiron grind started this week because the regular American football season started this week. I managed to get all my stitches in. So excited for that. So I'm doing I'm probably not going to explain this every week, but I'm rooting for the Broncos. For the Broncos, I am stitching 10 stitches for every point that they score. And for the opposing team, I'm doing 20. So this week, the Broncos played the Tennessee Titans. The score was 20-12, I believe. Hold on. Yeah, okay. Yeah, 20-12 in the Broncos' favor. So for the Broncos, I am stitching Valley Girl, which is designed and charted by me. This was a new start. So I'll put a picture of what it's going to look like here. And since I stitch Extreme Cross Country, I started with the upper left-hand corner, the very first stitch, and that happened to be B5200. So there is a lot of white. I don't even know if this is going to show up. Yeah, a little bit. So this is 200 stitches right here. No. So yeah. So this is kind of hard to stitch, but I'm working through it. There's a lot of white in there because that sky is very white. And I need to put this in one of the new things that's in the bag. Okay. And then Gobbler Farms by Dona Gelsinger, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. This is a new start as well. And this looks like less stitches than Valley Girl, but it's more. This is 240 stitches. This, oh my gosh, there's so much of this brown. I did the preview, and this brown like outlines everything. So I don't know how long I'll keep going with this brown. I'd like to go until it's done, but there is a lot of this brown in there. I think it's 33.71. So yeah. All right, so that is all of my stitching. So I decided I'm going to film a separate video for haul because I went kind of on a shopping spree through Nenny Sweet Patterns Etsy shop because she was having a huge sale, and she had a bunch of those Disney silhouette ones, and I've been looking for those all over. I'm still trying to find the Yzma one. But so I went through and I just bought everything. There was a Mary Poppins one that I've been eyeing for years that I decided to just buy. And then, you know, just various haul from 123 Stitch, you know, and all that, because, you know, I'm trying to get all these patterns out of my library and actually started, because I feel worse having a stash of patterns that I'm never going to start than having a million whips. So I'm sure that will change in about 6 months. We'll see. So anyway, as far as life goes, rehearsals for Call to Worship start tomorrow. So when I'm done here, I need to go get working on that. We have, so back in the day, in like the 90s, I think, the Christian music industry published a whole bunch of songbooks, and you know, they were all hard copies, and you know, with the evolution of church music and stuff like that, people weren't using these songbooks as much, but they are still available. So because, you know, we're kind of doing more throwback music, more stuff that you don't find in your typical church setting now, which includes a lot of hymns, lots of songs that would have been considered contemporary Christian music in the 90s, that now are in these books that look like hymnals. You know, like what's how we're doing, Worthy is the Lamb, the thank you for the cross, Lord, thank you for the price you paid, that one, and How Deep the Father's Love for Us, but they've got like I'm trying to think what very well known ones, like Awesome God, and you know, that kind of music are in these books. Well, anyway, long story long, we had to order them from the publisher, and I'm having to scan them and build this digital music library. It's taking forever. Thankfully, I have a lot of people helping me scan, so it's getting done a lot faster, but I still, my director has this huge library, and then, you know, we're trying to get these other books. Anyway, we got the one that we needed delivered yesterday, like last night, like 8 p.m. And so I need to go scan those 2 songs, but in the entire orchestration. So, you know, there's like 10, 15 books, you know, different instruments. Now we're not using all of them, like alto sax and viola and all that, but, and then they sent me the completely wrong books for trumpet 2-3 and violin 1-2, which they sent hymns for praise and worship instead of more songs for praise and worship 3. I don't know what the thought process was there. I don't even know. They probably just grabbed off the shelf and threw it in a box. But anyway, so I need to go do that and sort out name tags and just all the fun administrative stuff that I should have done earlier this week. But anyway, so that is it for me for this week. What are you guys working on? Have you started anything new, or finished anything? I would absolutely love to hear what it is you're working on, what sort of fun things have happened. And I will go ahead and say, Bonnie, I have not had to frog anything this week. I did have to rip out a couple of stitches, and I almost had to frog with that Korok, but I did not actually frog anything. So thank you. Your well wishes worked. Anyway, thank you all. I hope that you guys have an amazing week until I chat with you again. Mwah.